This guy actually hacked his way to GTR ownership, people. He really did. And I'm going to tell you how he did it, and you can do it too.
That's right, coming at you, my man Dan, the Australian in Japan, bringing you them classic autos from across the sea, showing them to you and me, cars that would never be seen again, rusted up, tell a friend, cars that no one gives a damn, except for WasabiCars.
Seriously, the way this guy landed this car, it is an inspiration. Do stick around for that. Everyone, my name is Daniel O'Grady. Thank you so much for joining me. And of course, today's feature car is a 1973 Nissan Skyline GT-R hardtop, one of just 197. And that is some scarcity that makes this one of the most desired Skyline GT-Rs there is. So desired that it inspired a young fella to turn his GT hardtop into a GT-R replica. And what he'd do each month with his paycheck, he'd go down to the Nissan dealership and get himself some genuine GT-R replacement parts to throw on his humble GT. Now, that young Kenmeri GT-R enthusiast is the owner of today's feature car, and that GT that was made into a replica is not today's feature car. Yeah, there's totally a piece of the puzzle missing here, which I will get to later on in this video. Now, it's at this point in proceedings I have to point out that I have not spoken to the owner myself. A buddy of mine did, however, and he's told me all about it. That person knows who they are, and I hope they don't think I'm laying the boots in too hard when I say that their Japanese isn't the best. And perhaps some things got lost in translation, but I'll do my best to convey everything I heard to you, and no, I'm not going to swear to it in a court of law. So my buddy's into old cars, as I am, and we all are, and he went to some car shows west of Kyoto, north of Osaka, at a place called Arashiyama Takao Parkway. So, conversation is struck up about this amazing car. I mean, look at the patina. It really is incredible. During the conversation, the owner proceeds to pull out new old stock, or replacement genuine parts from the boot of the car. And when my buddy told me this, I felt it was a bit far-fetched, and then I actually Googled it, and one of the first pictures I see is this. So the guy's MO is, he corners people and then explains the differences between NOS parts and genuine parts, even though they're all genuine. Now the words getting thrown around in this conversation are things like rivet, washer, anodizing. I mean, it's all gold, but it's a little bit dry for my taste. So let's get on and talk about how this guy actually landed, talked himself into, if you will, a one of 197 Kenmeri GT-R Skyline. So just earlier I was talking about that young fella who was stockpiling GT-R parts, driving around in his GT-R replica. He had heard that there was a real GT-R getting around, and then finally one day he actually sees it. He chases the car down, follows it all the way to a petrol station, talks to the owner, they exchange contact details, and that's it for a bit. So at this point, presumably they get to know each other. Of course, they have the common interest in the GT-R. Original GT-R owner is noticing that young replica GT-R owner has lots of parts and is a massive fan. So much of a massive fan that it would just feel good to actually exchange a real Kenmeri GT-R for the replica. Because, you know, they're just cars, and it would mean so much to this young fella. So there you have it. I have lifted the lid on how you can own the car of your dreams. It's by befriending and impressing the owner of the car of your dreams. It's as simple as that. Well, I guess I'd add that you should have the owner of your dream car be really kind. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. I'll be back next Saturday with another WasabiCars video. Say hey on the socials. Grab a sticker or t-shirt from store.wasabicars.com. That would be awesome. Also consider Patreon or joining this channel. Love yous all, everyone. Take it easy and goodbye.